Just to show you guys how much I hate that place, I did not attend my graduation. Yup, Hi, my name is Nadia and welcome to my channel. In this week's video, we will be doing a story time. Yup. So today we're gonna talk about the unfortunate events that has happened during our college years. So yeah, let's cut to the chase on what happened to that place. Ooh. Reason number one why I hate that place to my core of my being is because that place was infested with cockroaches. Yes, you heard me. You heard me. Cockroaches. For the price I paid for a goddamn diploma to study in a building that was infested with cockroaches was not in my college to-do list. I knew it was gonna be a bad year when I really needed to take a fat shit. At that time, it was around like late afternoon and you know, classes were starting to end. Basically, the building was starting to close up. But my bowels decided to have a grand opening. I needed to go do a number 2 immediately. Class was still in session, but I just had to like awkwardly excuse myself. I just jogged down the hall into the toilet section. Boom! Right in front of the girls' toilet was a closed sign for cleaning. Mistake number 1, I should have opened that door. And this is where mistake number 2 comes in. I turned around and went back to the classroom. So yeah, I went back to the classroom and just sat back down like a good little studious student that I am. About 10 minutes flew by. I don't know why I held in for that long, but at that point I was being very verbal about my situation. So the people around me, like my friends, they knew what was going on. They knew that I wanted to take a shit really badly. And for context, it was like my first year, so I didn't really know how to navigate myself. I wasn't very familiar with the building, okay? But my friends like hanging out in the building a lot, so they kind of knew where to go. And they found a restroom for me, so that was great. Turns out that restroom was literally like 5 steps away from my seat in the classroom itself. I don't know how I missed that, okay? So yeah, I don't know why I never bothered to check, but I soon found out for good reason. Tell me why when I opened that door, the first thing was the stench. The stench permeating into my nostrils. Like, it was so bad, guys. It was so bad. I felt violated. And I remember having like a slight headache for a bit there. I looked down and there was a cockroach on the floor. It was the size of my thumb. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was like this huge, this girth. It was this big. Other than that, there was like no toilet paper in sight. There was no water in the sink at all. So at that point, I was just like, what do I do? This is a proper health hazard. It's just me and the shit-filled toilet bowl and a roach against the world type of vibe. The only good thing about this toilet was that the roach was dead. And at that point, it was either I shit myself or I spent the next 10 minutes squatting over the shit-filled toilet bowl, trying not to step on the dead roach. And it was the latter. You know what? Some days I think about how there are some people in this world that don't have to experience shitting over other people's... I hope I don't get demonetized, but it's just something that I always have to remember now. And having the roach stare at me as I do it. Yeah, after I was done, I couldn't flush it. Are we surprised? So yeah, there it was. Poop after poop after poop, unflushed. And you can imagine the rest. Or don't. So yeah, it was around like my second year when the school had relocated to another building. We had a campus relocation, which was overdue. But yeah, like I said, second year of college, shit was getting intense. I was getting little to no sleep. I could not spend time with my friends at all. I spent a lot of my time just like staying at home, working. I had to skip classes to do work. Like, how does that work? But anyway, second year, I had this really weird teacher. You know what? I'm gonna call him Sir Farts. I'm gonna call him Sir Farts because he is one stinky man and he sucks. He sucks ass. I hate him. So a little thing about Mr. Farts is that his favorite activity was power tripping. Yes, you heard me right. His favorite activity was power tripping the fuck out of students. So every week we have like improv, and on that week specifically, it was my team's turn. So we did our little thing, you know, in front of the classroom. I remember being so bad at improv presentations that I would like secretly write down the points on my palm and just like look at it. But that's not the point. So after we were all done, Mr. Farts was like, okay, well done everyone, good job. But before we proceed, I would like to point out that this guy has been using his phone this whole time and he's being disrespectful. Like, nobody really gave a shit if you were using your phone or not. It's fucking college. Everybody has their own shit going on. And it's like, Mr. Farts was yelling at the top of his lungs. It was not even that serious in the first place. And he was just like, you better stand up and like, whatever. You really don't have to do all that. And you know what he did? He demanded that student to like apologize in front of everyone in class. In front of everyone. He was a 23-year-old student being yelled at like a high school student. It was so humiliating. It didn't even happen to me. And I was just standing in front of the class like, okay, that happened. Like, I felt so bad because he was getting treated like a high schooler, like a delinquent. And all he did was just look at his phone while we were presenting. It's college, bro. Like, who am I to stand up to him? I'm literally 5'3". And of course the student apologized, poor him. We didn't even need it in the first place, but okay. And we just went back to our seats and class proceeded. When the class ended, that student came up to us and he was just like, I'm really sorry if it was disrespectful. Like, no, it wasn't even that deep. Like, we don't give a fuck if you're using your phone. Use it. If anything, don't pay attention to us at all. Like, we hate presentations. It was just so intense. Like, how are you as a college professor like yelling at a full-grown adult? Like, oh my god, that's so weird. That is really weird. But anyways, that wasn't the end of it. On a separate occasion, this was near the end of the semester. I remember this because it was the final day of class with him, and it was also my final presentation. So throughout the semester, with all my might, I stayed out of trouble. I just stayed out of Mr. Fart's sight. But alas, on the final day, even I could not escape Mr. Farts. I think I did amazing for my final presentation. I was so well spoken. I did not stutter once. Like, I remembered my script from the first letter to the end. Don't remember it now, but I was looking good. I was dressed in business casual. I had my white blouse on and my flared business pants, you know, big lady pants. And I had my hair in a ponytail for the first time in forever. Like, that has never happened before, but I had it in a ponytail, okay? Shit was serious. The presentation was fantastic, okay? I remembered all my lines and it just went smoothly. My teammates were doing really well. Amazing job. And so when it was over, Mr. Farts, you know, he gave his little feedback and he was like, well done, everybody, good job, except you. Yep, that finger was for me. That finger was for me, of course me. I'm saying this in a way where a father would tell a daughter, everyone can see your bra. Also, by the way, your hair is a mess. It looks like you just got out of bed. Your presentation was well, but you don't look presentable. I can see your bra. Have I mentioned that? Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for pointing it out to everyone in class. I didn't know that I was wearing a bra, holy shit. Thank you, Mr. Farts. Where would I be without you? It was a white fucking blouse. What could I do? Take it off? Also for the hair he pointed out, you wanna know what was messy for him? This was messy. My baby hair and my bangs. Actually, I kind of look good. But Mr. Farts didn't think so. Like, bro, there's gotta be more serious things to like focus on. His weakness was a 19-year-old's bra and some fucking bangs. Like, be fucking for real, please. Even if you could see my bra, right? Even if it was like really, really fucking translucent, don't fucking point it out in front of everybody.
I would like to apologize for swearing that much. I am truly a Vivzy Pop fan. No, but I was just really in the moment. I be swearing up a storm sometimes, unfortunately, so if you're not into that, I suggest you click off. But since you're already 9 minutes into the video, might as well stay. Sorry for swearing so much. I'll try not to do that. See you later.
Like, when I think about it, it wasn't even that bad. It was just slightly translucent, because that's what happens when you wear a white bra in front of a white blouse, okay? You can kind of see the bra. It's just like a little bit slightly translucent. It's not that bad. It's not like I f***ing wore a wet blouse to school. If it bothered you so much to the point where you had to like say something, pull me aside and tell me. Be a decent human being. Spare me the humiliation. I swear to God, and I'm not being crazy too, because like he really loved being on his power trip. I went back to my seat and like my friends were just like, what the fuck is his problem? Like even everybody thought it was so weird. Almost every time, nobody cared as much as Mr. Farts did, and that shows a lot. And that's not all of it. I swear, man, I have like the weirdest teachers in this hellhole of a college. This story is a little different because it didn't directly happen to me, and I guess because of that, it doesn't feel as intense as the other ones. So I had this teacher, he teaches photography. We were in class. This guy is like the epitome of a pretentious artist. So we never really knew what he wanted in like a good photograph, but I got an A for that class, so I guess I did something right. In this class, I guess it was like a free period or whatever. We were free to do whatever we wanted, and he decided that he wanted to tell a story about how he met his wife. I thought it was really cute. He said something about being in Japan or whatever, but that's all I really remember. And the next point was what caught me off guard. He said that his first impression of his wife was how beautiful her legs were. Interesting. See, if you take that situation alone and just that story alone, it's just like, oh, kind of cute, I guess. You know, everybody has their own thing. Until you hear the next part of the story. So on the last day of class with him, we had a little photo shoot with like the students and like him. So yeah, some of my classmates were like kneeling on the floor, you know, the shorter ones, just like sitting on the chairs in the middle, and then like the tallest guys at the back, standing up, whatever. Tall people. Tell me why this weirdo ass teacher, okay, so you know how the girls were on the floor, right? And they had like their legs, like, the girls' legs were like rested like this. Tell me why this weirdo ass was like this on the girls' laps. And it's not just one, it was like two of them, like two girls here, and he was just like this. Mind you, this guy was probably like 50 plus years old. He has a wife, okay? And I just connected 2 and 2 together. This guy is a f***ing pervert. Just loves legs. That was passionate for no reason. If I knew my daughter was one of those girls, I would have killed somebody. Or just my sisters. I should have said something. I should have reported both Mr. Farts and leg pervert to like the counselors or something. On top of all the fucking assignments, like every other week, like every day, literally I have an assignment, and like the weirdo ass teachers, cockroaches, please. The cafeteria was infested with cockroaches. I'll get back to that in another video perhaps. And also, oh my god, I just remembered. I had like this drama that was going on in that year. If you guys are interested, I'll talk about it in another video, but that was kind of like the earlier years of what happened in my art college, which I absolutely hated. 2 syllables, okay? That's how much I hated it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a like and subscribe. I draw, tell stories, do, you know, vlog sometimes. So if you like that vibe, follow me. Probably gonna post next week, or the next week, or the next, I don't know. We'll see, okay? But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye! Was how beautiful. If you've been watching me What? Everyone can see your bra. He's very... What's the word? You know what? I don't have a lot of words.